Hello and welcome back to Life Initiatives. And one of those initiatives is our visit to the Ukraine. And today I want to give a few thoughts about the Ukraine and the kind of things that we have experienced. And I was reminded of Isaiah 61, where the prophet offers to the nation a totally restored world as he describes the vision of what he sees. A land that is full of abundance and with right relationships between people. But a lot has to happen before that happens. And therefore the prophet speaks about the coming Messiah, Jesus Christ, who is to, as I quote now, to provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. The theme for our visit here in Ukraine has been to rise from the ashes. And as we have seen the devastation, as we have seen the brokenness, as we have seen literally the ashes of so many burned buildings and vehicles that were being shut down, that were being exploded, it is heartbreaking to see the consequences of this horrible war. But also there is a promise that we can rise from the ashes. As the nation of Israel rose from the ashes many years ago, we have seen nation after nation that have been torn by war, seen them resurrect and break forth and arise from the ashes. And this is also what we believe is a prophetic word to Ukraine, to rise from its ashes. And sometimes it's very hard to understand that the war is going on because there's parts of the nation that visibly seem to be untouched by it. But it goes deep into the soul and deep into the heart and deep into the spirit of every individual. And so this rising from the ashes is something that we have experienced, that we have watched and seen the different situations in some of the cities around us here. To rise from the ashes. It's not only a promise to nations or to a city or to a people. This can also be a promise for you and me. We have seen devastation. And we have seen how the Ukrainians turned something that is ugly into something beautiful. I'll show you the picture of something that they use to express hope to each other. In the pictures that you have just seen, you see those cars that have been exploding, that have been shot at. And we have seen numerous metal fences around people's properties that had hundreds and hundreds of bullet holes. And the beauty of all of this, in spite of the brokenness and the devastation, is that Ukrainians have gone there to those fences, have gone to those cars, and have painted flowers on them. And sometimes even they use the bullet holes as the very center of the flowers that they painted, to show that out of something broken, out of the ashes, something beautiful can arise. And that's the hope of the people here. But this is also the hope for you and me. Because although we might live in other countries than Ukraine, there's also a devastation, there's also a brokenness, there's also something that has turned to ashes, and we wonder, like, how do we get out of that? And God is a God of new beginnings. In the same way as he had a new beginning with the city of Jerusalem or the nation and many of the other nations, he also has a new beginning with you and me. Out of the ashes we rise. And that happens as we dare to give our ashes, our brokenness, our sin, our incompleteness, our voids that we carry in our lives to him. And I believe that he will use that what is most broken or most ugly in our lives and turn it into a beauty. Turn it into something beautiful that will reflect the great image of Him who is our Creator through Jesus Christ. So let also your brokenness and your void, your emptiness and your sin, turn to Jesus, give it to Him, and let Him turn it into something beautiful in your life, so that through your life many others will be touched. See you again soon. God bless you. And keep praying for the Ukraine.